when we design and validate assessment and test strategies, one of the biggest questions that organizations usually will ask us is what's going to be the return on investment. So for instance, if you're coming in and doing a vulnerability assessment and all you're coming in and doing is running tools, I would think that the cost of that would probably be pretty low, depending on the number of nodes on the network that I'm going to be scanning or running tools on. However, it's like just on if you're involved in any assessments or audits on the DoD side of the house, like with SCAV team, you'll come in and gather all the intelligence or gather all the reports, and that's the easy part. What takes the most time consuming is actually figuring out what of that data is meaningful and how should I present it to the customer. And because of that, that's where things come into play. So for instance, we need to ask ourselves some specific questions whenever we're interfacing with the customer, like what should be tested? Do we need to focus maybe on public-facing websites? What kind of systems? Are we going to include email or email gateways? What about remote access? Are we going to be testing out VPN? And if so, are we going to be doing a blind assessment, coming in blind, or a black box assessment? Talked about some of those the other day. The white box being more of an open kimono, where the black box is, hey, you don't know anything. And then the gray is kind of, you have little tidbits of information. But knowing specifics, especially on the types of assets that you're going to be evaluating, are they running Windows? Are they running Linux? Do they have Macs? Do they have an MDM solution, mobile device management solution? If so, are all of these included in my assessment? Because immediately as you start adding those to the bubble, the scope starts to increase, and thus the amount of money that they're going to be charged is going to increase as well.
So do you give them